Today's April 28th, I believe. 28th or 29th. It is Friday. It is another day that I am sitting in the parking lot before my shift at work. I do have a couple of updates. First of all, with praying about what to do with work and school, and praying for the ability to really follow the Ten Commandments, and particularly the Sabbath, because that's the one that I've been having the trouble with. There was a job opening posted for my old job back, and in order to take that job, well, first of all, I haven't been in this position for a year, and you have to be there for a year before you can go back, bid off again to another job in the same building. But besides that problem, in order for me to take that job back, I would have to quit school, because I would either have to be working every 7th day again, or I would have to not be able to attend classes, which would be at the time that work is scheduled. I was a bit depressed. I spoke with my husband. I was very unhappy that night because as far as staffing goes, they had pulled me again. They have what they called pulled me, which means that they take you as a nurse and put you on another unit in the hospital that you're not used to, and that's not even your job, and they just put you there because they're short in that area. And it was the 5th week in a row that I was pulled to another area, and I was really upset, really depressed, really not looking forward to working. I've been very sad, hard to get out of bed sometimes, knowing that I have to go to work, hard to get anything done that day, knowing that I have this looming over my head of what it might be, or what kind of people I might have to deal with, because a lot of them are inappropriate and hard. So my husband said, just go ahead and bid on your old position, just do it, just quit school, just do it. The important thing for you was to be able to follow God's law, and so do it. Well, I didn't do it because I spoke to somebody who worked there, and something opened up that would allow me to both work during the day, work during weekdays and not on the 7th day, and be able to go to school. And it was in the same old area. It's just amazing. So I ended up bidding on that, and okay, so I have to get around this. I haven't been in my position for a year, so I'm technically not allowed to bid unless it's okayed by my manager and the manager that would accept the bid. And so I emailed my manager, and I basically told him how I was feeling. I told him I did bid on this job. I want you to know it's a rare opportunity for me. I told him I would be miserable if he didn't allow me. And I also told him it's not because of the floor of the patients. It's because of administration and staffing and the way that they treat us. And it's like an opportunity that won't come around very often for me. So I was holding my breath. I just felt real sick to my stomach. I didn't want to look at the reply email. We're short sometimes. We don't really have many people on nights, and I was really afraid he was going to say, I'm sorry, but I need you to stay. But the email that I got back was, thank you for telling me. I'll see what I can do. And I really hope that means, yeah, I'll allow you to go, and it will clear me up to be able to follow the 7th day Sabbath. Wow. I'm pretty emotional about this because it's something that I've been trying to do for some time, and I just asked. And I've been on my ups and downs, you know. I sometimes I think I'm being superstitious. Like, is this really an answer to prayer? Is this really a blessing for going out of my way to follow God's law? Is it a blessing? Well, some other blessings that occurred are that my son's GPA is above 3.5, and this is like something I've been fighting with for him for years. He wouldn't turn homework in. He put any effort into doing his work. He had so many zeros in so many classes. He barely had like a 1.2 GPA, and it's up to above a 3.5 now. And he's been maintaining it, and he hasn't been fighting much, and he's been very helpful, and he's been a part of the family like I've been trying for so many years. That's one other thing that's occurred. And another thing is, and it sounds really stupid, but I got my full tax return back. And for the past few years, I've only gotten a portion of what I should get because I had to file as separate, married, you know, file separately, because the IRS was taking my tax return and giving it to some company for a bill that my husband incurred before we even knew each other. And so finally I learned about the injured spouse form, and I filled it out because, well, I mean, that's not what I incurred. I mean, I didn't know about that bill, and he didn't either. I actually haven't seen a bill in the mail. There's been nothing that's come from any place, not even a collection agency, about whatever bill this is. So I don't even know what it is, but I actually got my full tax return back this year, and that was pretty amazing as well. On top of that, I've started painting with my husband, and we're really optimistic about where that's going. So hopefully things are looking up, and I don't think I'm being superstitious. I do think this answer to prayer and a shift in the way that the universe is compelled to blast its entropy upon me and my family based on following the laws of nature and the laws of Yahweh that He created for us. But, of course, I'll keep everyone updated.